weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm back. Oh, I'm frozen. Hey. What's going on, everybody? Your girl is back. It's been a minute, but I'm back with the jump off. Okay, listen. Oh, I missed y'all. Y'all know I do not like spending a lot of time away from y'all. Like it's just not my favorite thing to do. You know what I'm saying? But I had to get out here, girl. I had to be out in these Mardi Gras streets, okay? And then I was tired. And then it was my anniversary. Thank you to everybody that wished us happy anniversary. Thank you so much, okay? 8 years, still going strong. I like the nigga. Okay? I like him. I don't know what to tell you. Okay? But I'm back for another BondyBlue show. And baby, well, while I have been gone, things have been taking place. So we're going to try to like not get into every single thing, okay? I actually might come back to y'all tomorrow and do another BondyBlue show so that I don't fear, I don't have all this anxiety to get everything in this one video because I've been gone. And when I've been gone, all these new things have been taking place. And, you want to talk about things, but the further they get down in, my saves, the less I want to talk about it, girl. So I had to go and run back. All right. Thank you. Yes. I like him. See, here's the thing. You can always love somebody, but that does not mean you always like them. So when I say I like the nigga, it means like I like him. I love him always. That's cemented. But it's the like. It's the like for me. The like hits. The like is when you're coming home. The like is happy to see you. The like is how long you gonna be at work. Like that's the like. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Hold up, I just finished eating. Okay. Make sure ain't nothing in my pearly whites. All right, y'all. Y'all ready? I got my wine and I'm ready to jump into it. And I hope that we have an entertaining live. I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, comment, subscribe. Do that because that's what you should do. And come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell your people about me. Get the word out. Word on the curb. Okay. Let them know, girl. Like the video. Okay. Do that. All right. Let's get into the Green-Eyed Bandits having something to say about Married to Medicine. Now, before I let them start, because I've heard this already, some of this stuff I have not listened to as of yet, so I'll be listening to it blindly with all of you. But I'm going to tell you right now, one of y'all got fired because you wasn't giving. The other one had to change up her whole energy before her ass got fired. And then nobody really was watching y'all show this season. People was watching because it's Real Housewives and it's Bravo, but people wasn't watching in comparison. Like, it wasn't nothing to like really talk about. Married to Medicine is something to talk about. Hence, I don't think I saw y'all go viral y'all entire season of Real Housewives of Potomac. Yet, here we are with a clip going viral of y'all talking about another more entertaining show. So I wanted to preface this clip with the fact that y'all can't really talk because y'all show not doing that well. And y'all was trying to produce y'all selves. And that did not work out either. All that meeting behind the scenes. I got a meeting in the ladies' room. Trying to come up with some bullshit real soon. Thank you, Jacqueline. Okay, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Summer Z. What's up, boo? It was wonderful. It was very relaxing. Okay. We did a lot. Like we was out in the streets, but we also like went to the hotel just so we could lay in the bed and watch movies. Okay. We also hunched a lot. It was just great. It was a good time. Okay. It was a good time had by all. Let's get into what was said by the Green Eyed Bandits.
Married to Medicine. So I like those ladies.
Yeah.
I like the show.
Okay.
I don't like what the hell is happening.
What is happening?
So I know you, but I got caught up to the Matrix.
Okay.
And TV and there.
Okay.
And
My TV was
all I saw was because we know Angels on the show.
Uh-huh.
They were on a cast trip.
Okay.
And here comes Apollo.
Okay.
Joining them on the trip.
He's not a doctor. Okay.
Yeah. With his wife.
Okay.
Friend, just like you and him was still together, but not really. You weren't a wife when you came on Real Housewives of Potomac, and you've never really been a housewife as long as you've been on this show, because you would have had a wife and then you would have had to not be working, and you've been working this whole time, doll. You and your split ends. So I don't know why everybody harps on if somebody is a doctor or if someone is married to medicine, as if y'all don't understand that can be the intro, that can be what the show is built off of, a core group of people that are doctors or married to doctors, but it can also be their friends, the people that's in their circle. Like, and that one Quad was married, past tense, to medicine. Okay, I know she was talking about Apollo and Phaedra, and yes, it didn't make any sense, but we know that it doesn't have to make sense in Bravo land. It don't have to make sense, bitch. Go with it. Are you not entertained? Is that not why you are here?
Okay.
He's not a doctor.
Who's not a doctor either. Right. And
Phaedra's not a doctor.
And so Heavenly, who is a doctor, invited Apollo and his wife. So they're walking out. So then we cut to Phaedra in her confessional, and she's like, yeah, this is the woman that my husband was cheating on me with.
Okay.
So then we see like Shireen, I think that's her name, is the wife. But let me tell you what I don't love. Married to Medicine.
Oh.
So I like those ladies.
Yeah.
I like the show.
Okay.
I don't like what the hell is happening. Then we have Quad.
Okay.
Who married to
Greg.
a doctor. Greg. Married to someone else.
Yes.
On the
Sweet tea or something.
Yes. And then now Quad is there with her new boo.
Okay.
Okay. So we have all of these exes and all of this mess. And I'm typically here for the mess because I love me some Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Right. Yes. Okay.
So I am here for the mess.
Yes.
Not this mess. I was kind of like feeling bad for Phaedra. I felt like this is from a producer standpoint, like this is too much. We didn't cross the line. It's just too much.
So like, did they blindside her?
Like that, from what I understand, behind the scenes, she knew Apollo was coming, but not the wife.
Okay.
And I think because Apollo was at the reunion last year with her, so I think she was cool with that. But not like you bring the wife.
Why is Apollo?
Why is Apollo there? And then we have Quad.
Okay.
Who used to be married to a doctor, Greg, who is now married to someone else.
Yes.
On the show.
Sweet tea or something.
Yes.
I don't understand. Why is he there?
I don't get any of it. It don't make no sense. The whole thing is set up to be messy.
Yeah, messy.
And
right.
it reeks of that. Yeah. It reeks of producer produced. It just, I literally said, no more.
I don't even understand. Why is he there?
I don't get any of it. It don't make no sense. The whole thing is set up to be messy.
Yeah, messy.
And it reeks of that. Yeah. It reeks of producer produced. It just
okay. So I see you guys comment. So if it consists, then I'm just going to leave and we'll call it, I tried to come in later in the day, do this, but if it's going too much with the internet connection, because it's like, there's nothing I can really do about it. So if it continues to be an issue, I'll just come back to y'all tomorrow. Cause girl, like, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't. girl, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you to do. I don't know who to fix, who to call, girl. Ghostbusters, okay? Something strange in my neighborhood. All right. That's why I took the camera off. Hopefully y'all can hear and it's not causing all of the turmoil. Okay. So very, very sorry for the inconvenience. There's not much I can do about it, girl. All right. So y'all refresh, go out and come back in, you know, jump in, jump out, introduce yourself. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. You know, so let's get into my commentary on these women here. Okay. So I feel I feel like this is hateration in the dancery. The reason why I feel like Mary J. Blige is because they were producing themselves. It wasn't working. Dr. Heavenly is over there producing Married to Medicine. And I think she's doing fabulous. I've been telling y'all, I think that they need to give Dr. Heavenly a producer credit because essentially she's the one that brought Sweet Tea. She was convincing me to come on. She was the one convinced that convinced Apollo to come on and cause she, you know, she's the gateway to a lot of the messiness. But my thing is, this is what a reality show is. Their reality show was produced as well. What they used to do on their show is meet up in private, come up with the lies they were going to tell on people based on who Giselle like. They thought we forgot that because Giselle's getting along with Yosefo this past season. So they think we forgot that she spent, what, 6 whole seasons of this show being a complete and utter asshole with a wrinkly neck. I know I'm going to have a wrinkly neck at some point. I know. Okay. I just hope people like me enough not to remind me about it all the time. But Robin and Giselle work on my nerves. And Giselle, to me, is a mean girl. Her and Robin are very mean. And I think it came from a place of insecurity. And I don't like that shit. So this assessment of Married to Medicine is giving girl bye. Girl down, and you're right. Like, get out of my facial with this. Matter of fact, get away from me with this, Apollo. Like, I don't know why this went viral, other than the fact that the blogs and the internet is a messy place. But this was just like, girl, and who asked? Your show has not been entertaining since Kandi Burruss left. Since y'all haven't had somebody to beat up on, since Robin hasn't been there to back you up with all of your fugaziness, all of your weird, mean bitch shit, Giselle, that you like to perform on the show in all the previous seasons, you were producing yourself and it was terrible. Stop it. Stop it. This is hateration and holleration in the dancery. And we're going to move on. What did Dr. Heavenly have to say about the shit, though? Let's listen.
Giselle said that we seem very, what word did she say? Produced. The interesting thing is I ain't got shit else to tell her because I don't really watch her shit. I don't know if it's produced or not. All I know from Carlos is Mia.
Shade. Oh, it's shade. She said it fast, but I caught it. It was shade. Ooh, shade.
And I saw the clip where they said that one girl had hired her man and something about he told it to Wayne's husband Eddie, Happy Eddie. That's all I know. That's all I know about this show. So I can't say it's produced or not. But the great thing, Giselle, I'm gonna tell you this to your face. At least you're watching that shit because I'm not watching yours. I'm sorry. I love all you ladies. I really do. But thank you for watching, to even say that. And to me, honestly, when she said that, I think it was a hit to Phaedra. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But I think that was a hit the page. So a lot of people have been asking me what I thought about that. But Giselle said that we seen
I
their
mean, it was a hit to Phaedra when they was talking about why are you on Married to Medicine where you're not married to medicine, my dear. Okay, like that's where it's coming from, and we got it, and that's good. And next, so since on this wave and Married to Medicine was boring this week, let's get into the Married to Medicine reunion looks. I just wanted to do that. So let's go ahead and get into Dr. Jackie. First of all, I want to give it to Dr. Jackie because she always outdresses the girls from very rich, classy based, super skinny. And I love that for her. I also feel like she looks like the bones in her chest aren't showing off as much. So maybe she ate before she came out. I don't know. But she looks good. I didn't particularly like the tube top bandeau thing. Like, I don't know why, but for some reason it was, I don't know. I didn't like it as much. I do like the cape. I do think she looks beautiful. I like her hair. I like her makeup. I like her earrings. Her body looks really, really great in this dress. Okay. So, you know, having an eating disorder, I guess, really helps, you know. Moving on, Simone. Oh, Simone, you know, you got to show up every now and again as the girl that doesn't have to worry about her looks because she is all brains. And, you know, we appreciate you for that. But this dress is terrible. I don't know who made it, why they did it this way, but it seems as if it was not done properly. The way the lace is laying, the way it goes over your shoulder, it's just all not right. It's not. I don't know who did it, but they messed it up. I feel like the bob looks slightly askew, but I can't tell. Like, it looks like it needs to be shifted. Like, you know, when somebody pulled on Kim Zolciak's wig and it just slightly shifted. That's what was needed. But either way, I still feel like Dr. Simone's makeup is beautiful. And I also think her body, the shape of her body in this dress is beautiful. Okay. Thank you. From town, yes. I do feel like you have been staying in the same vein with your looks. And that's not a bad thing. If it works, stick to it. If it works, that's great. Okay. But I'm going to tell you from the titties on up, mistake after mistake after mistake. Okay. The dress looks good. Your body looks good in it. Boobs look great. The hair, no. Okay. What would my girl Roxanne say? Bucky in her hair. How many bundles are in there, girl? Like, no, the hair should have been up first of all. So we could have got some décolletage and décolleté. Okay. Also, when you really look at it, I don't know if you got too much filler or Botox or whatever it is that you get that makes your face look all baby smooth and shit. This normally works for you. But right here, it looks like it might have been a little bit too much. So we got a little bit too much, you know, USDA in the face. We got a little bit too much bundles in the hair. And then you came here with this goddamn choker. And I know you know it wasn't the look because I heard that you said, you know, it was not the look. It was not the look. The choker was not the way to go. It really cut you off, especially with your hair being down. Matter of fact, if you had had your hair over your shoulders, it might have looked better. But the choker, it is definitely cutting you off at the neck. Hated it. Toya. Toya loves a big, you know, girly like dress. And I want to say I like this, but I don't like the bottom part. I don't like the long train. I feel like it gives disjointed, and I'm sure that's on purpose. I don't care. I don't like it. I like the top half of the dress. I was wondering how she was gonna sit with all the little, you know, feathers sticking out like that, girl. I don't know, but I feel like they should unclip that bottom part, and then I would love what I was looking at. Okay. But her makeup looks great. Her hair is pulled back into a pony. I can't really tell what's going on there. Looks like they edited it into the goddamn photo, into the background, girl. I can't even see it. Miss Quiet. She got it. Okay, so Miss Quiet, I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't like your hair. You don't like your hair. We don't like your hair. But the dress, I think the color is beautiful. Her body looks beautiful. I like the shoes. Like her feet look like little Barbie doll feet in the shoe. The dress is cute. I like the dress. It is giving futuristic, but I think it's a beautiful color. I think it fits well. I think like it's giving for me. I would definitely say this is in my top 3. My top 3. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Top 4, because Dr. Jackie is in my top 3. Okay, Letitia. You know what it's given? It's given that you might have access to funds, access to a lot of funds. I don't know whose funds they are, but it's given you don't have access to a lot of funds and you had to cheap out on your glam squad. That's what it's given. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, I feel like they were trying to make her look young because she can often look matronly and look like she's somebody old ass mama. Okay. Okay, so yeah, they saying I'm still choppy, y'all. Okay, I might be out of here, and after I finish these looks, I might go ahead and get off and just come back later. Come back tomorrow. So I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, this is something that would have been cute for like a different event. For a reunion show, no. If the dress were long, I probably would feel different. I think it's a beautiful color on her, and in the video of it, it sparkles and it's very pretty. And I didn't even notice that it wasn't a tank because in this picture on my phone, it looked like a tank. It wasn't until I looked at the video that I could see that it was actually some type of like structure to the top of the dress. But I do love the seafoam green color that she has on her shoes. I think her makeup is done beautifully. Her hair was not executed properly, but I could see the look they were going for. And if the look had been done properly, then this would be great, right? Because it's bantu knots and then the curly hair in the back. But I feel like they didn't put enough hair in the bantu knots. Okay, that's what is given to me. I also feel like where are the parts? Like it's a lot that I cannot see. It just looks like a puff of hair, and that means it was done right. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say Dr. Contessa giving. She's absolutely top 3. Okay, beautiful. She looks amazing. Okay, I like the hair here. I like the makeup. The dress fits her very, very well. The heels are beautiful. She looks gorgeous. Okay, 10s across the board. And then we had Zoxa Mimi, who did not come to play. She may not have given much this season, but she gave it right here. Although I'm going to say you can tell that she's not going to be sitting on stage with the ladies for the entire show. That's what it gives. It gives I'm not really going to be here the entire time because she looks like a Disney villain. Okay, this looks like, you know what, like a queen of ice and water. Okay, a queen of ice and water. Okay, that's about to send a hurricane your way, bitch. Okay, it's given she might be a Orisha, she might be a Disney villain. We don't know which one, but she looks beautiful. Okay, it's something about the hair I don't like because I can't really see it. I feel like something could have been done that would have accentuated it a little bit more when it came to the hair. But the makeup is beautiful. The dress is gorgeous. Okay, the dress is cool colors. The sleeves are extra. The gown, the the cape, whatever that is on the back of it, girl, with the train. Yeah, all of that very much giving Disney villain. Okay, yes, it is giving mermaid. Okay, is given if the villain on the Little Mermaid wasn't a black octopus lady, you know what I'm saying? But a light-skinned doctor that played, mind games with you until, you harmed yourself or something, then it would give Ice Queen Mimi. Okay. Yeah, no, she's definitely giving evil Ice Queen Mimi, but it's a great look nonetheless. That is my opinion on the Married to Medicine season 11 looks. Now, I see that we're having some issues with the show. Okay, so I want to check in because if it continues to be choppy, I would just rather bid you adieu and do this tomorrow. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. 'Cause I really, y'all know how much that annoys my spirit to have issues on a live. Okay. Hated it. Don't like it. All right. So let's move on. I'll cover the rest of this Married to Medicine stuff for the Married to Medicine show. Let's move on. I'll move on to some of the topics that I really want to discuss. Wait a minute. Hold up. What's in the top? Okay. Let's go to Kandi since we're in the Real Housewives world. Let's go over to Kandi. Hop, skip, jump. Kandi and her restaurantage, I believe, are being sued for not paying the rent. And I instantly wrote, I'm sorry, I have to find it. I instantly wrote in the comments, Todd. I blame Todd. Okay. And here's the reason why I blame Todd. Before I've even read this story, I'm going to tell you why I blame Todd. Because I believe that Todd is the one that cuts corners more than Kandi. I feel like Kandi is the person that would rather just go ahead and pay for the shit to get done right. And I feel like when it comes to Todd, Todd, on the other hand, likes to cut corners to save as much money as possible. I remember when the Atlanta, one of the restaurants, the electricity kept going out. And I was like, why don't you have a generator? Like, you have money, it's a restaurant, you're wasting money anytime the electricity goes out, and now your food isn't being, refrigerated, and people can get ptomaine poisoning and all of this shit. So I from that moment on, it became clear to me that Todd will cheap out and cut corners when and if necessary. And to a degree, that might end up fucking them down the line. So yes, even though put Kandi's picture up here, she looks gorgeous in this picture, I blame Todd. So let's read. The landlord, Montego Pacific Inc., filed a lawsuit claiming the restaurant owes $154,139.17 in back rent, with an additional $56,495.75 for repairs and a 10% overhead fee, excluding interest. The lawsuit filed in Fulton County State Court alleges that Burruss and her restaurant are violating their lease agreement as part of the claim. Montego says Burruss will incur an extra $12,000 in interest each month until the overdue rent is paid. Oh my God. Burruss, alongside her husband, Todd Tucker, opened the restaurant in 2020 in Southwest Atlanta. Okay. So they need to get on top of that. That's not a good look. And it's absolutely not the first time their restaurants have had issues. And I wonder if it may be time to let that dream go. You know what I'm saying? I wonder, because I know like Old Lady Gang does relatively well and things of that nature. But this is not a good look for y'all to be out here not paying y'all bills. And Kandi says, when don't y'all pay y'all bills? If anything, I know y'all like to hire people that aren't qualified. Y'all like to do that a lot. You hire niggas that that don't really know what they're doing, and then think you can learn everything on the spot. And yeah, sometimes, and then other times, no, you just hire somebody that don't know what the fuck they doing to be in a position they shouldn't be in, and then eventually it's. Another question I had in my mind: why did she buy a building? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a question. Seems like it seems like it would have been cheaper to buy a building, gut it out, and then have your restaurant in it. And then if the restaurant doesn't work out, you can sell it, or you can turn it into something else, or you can rent it out to somebody else, but you would still own it, and you wouldn't have to worry about paying landlord, fees and shit. Like, so I am looking at that like 150, you could have bought a spot with $150,000. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm definitely looking at this situation like, okay, now Todd, okay, I'm a need for y'all to get y'all shit together. This is not cute. Now, if it's not true, come out and tell us. But based on what we see here, Somebody's fucking up. Let's move on. Since we was talking about Kandi, let's talk about Porsha. Porsha was all up and down the timeline. Breakfast Club, conversations. Let's go. Where was the beginning of it? Where was it? Here.
I saw Dr. Simone Whitmore call you a mean girl. Why she say that about you, capital P? You so nice.
I don't know. I couldn't really understand what she was saying. I think Simone is reaching at straws. I mean, I don't know. I think Simone is full of it, just like that piece of doo-doo she had on her head. Like she to me,
Who added the fake laugh sound, or was that immature ass Envy laughing about her having a piece of doo-doo on her head? She had a bun, and it didn't look like a piece of shit on top of her head. That's the best you got, Porsha.
she on the show. Sometimes when you're on reality TV, right? She's an OBGYN.
Mm-hmm.
She started on the show and, she was a regular person and now on the camera. Sometimes when you start lacking in story, you start
Porsha,
lacking.
are you insinuating that you weren't a regular person? Are you insinuating you were somebody we gave a fuck about before you got on Real Housewives? Because I would beg to differ. Your family might have been well known. Civil rights movement, nobody knew. And really nobody cared, girl. We had no idea that you was locked in a closet with R. Kelly until you told us about it during the trial, girl. When you came out with your book. And we found out how thirsty you were to make it, And we're going to talk about R. Kelly today, y'all, because I have to curse some of y'all out. I really want this live to, stay alive because I have to curse some people out. Let's continue listening to Mean Girl, Porsha.
As a person individually, you start just reaching and coming at bitches who are on point. So she's lacking. So when people lack, they try to deflect and come to you.
We see
I've
Mean Girl
never
first
met this
episode.
person.
No, I wasn't Mean Girl.
You never even met her?
I've never even met her.
Wow.
But I've never met her.
I saw Dr. Simone Whitmore call you a
You've never met her? You've never met her? I don't know why I find it hard to believe. I don't know. But this was my comment. Both of them are mean with big teeth. Simone is mean and got big teeth. Porsha is mean and got big teeth. I felt like it was pot calling kettle mean. Basically, both of y'all hoes is mean. And Porsha wasn't wrong. When you lack in storyline, you try to start shit and deflect. But that had nothing to do with this. The question was about Phaedra and why Phaedra decided to hitchhike her ass on out of there so quickly. And as Dr. Simone said, which was accurate, it was because she wanted to come over there and shake her ass cheeks against your ass cheeks on Real Housewives of Atlanta in return to frick and fuck frack. Okay? That was true, baby. That was true. I don't know why, but I guess you had that read waiting. You talking about you don't know her, but you know enough about her for your read to be accurate. Girl, miss me with the bullshit. Y'all know I don't like Porsha now. I used to, but I don't now. Because first of all, she likes to play dumb. She's not dumb, okay? I think she's selfish. I think the people that pour into Porsha is a one-sided person, okay? I think Porsha is a gimme girl. It's all about her. Take. But when it comes to other people, she don't give a fuck about them. When other people have emotions that they want to come and cry to her about, she has nothing for you. But if she wants to cry to you about some bullshit, you better be a listening ear or you're not a real friend. Like Porsha is an asshole. Anybody that read her book, anybody that watched the reality show that came on after that last season that she did, girl, anybody that was paying attention could have seen that Porsha is playing stupid, a mean girl, and she doesn't care about people being fucked up as long as it doesn't affect her. I.e., Simon Guobadia dogging the piss out of his previous wife to be with you, and you sitting up there talking about love wins and shit. All for him to dog you out even worse than he did her. Oh, please believe me, I know. And I know that's probably going to be a part of the storyline on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But she absolutely has done Shamia wrong more than once. More than once. And Shamia will bring her non-singing, goofy-looking ass everywhere she goes. And Porsha will still be low-key envious or jealous in some respects. Oh, yeah. I peeped it. Her and her teeth.
I think she was ready.
But anyway, so she was up there talking. That's what they said. What she said about Kenya?
I think it just went too far. I feel like it came back this season, and she definitely, well, not even this season, because I don't know what she was doing the past 3 because I didn't see it.
Right.
But the Kenya that I saw this season was not wanting beef and drama too much. She really wasn't on too much of that. Like, you can even see that in the first episode. She really kind of chilled with it. Not her normal self. And I just feel like mixed with the newbie and some things that were said that were dangerous from the newbie, I felt like Kenya then decided to be even more dangerous. And but I do feel like there's a space where there could be a conversation with her and Bravo. I feel like it could be a conversation with her and Britt, and hopefully they can figure something out by next season.
Kenya. So I know she's not going to finish out the season because of what happened with her and Brittany, but they were saying that she could come back potentially season 17.
Who said that?
I thought that she was only suspended for the rest of 16. I thought she was suspended for season 16 and could potentially come back for 17 now.
I would hope that's true. I just can't see I'm in 100% agreement with her not being here. I would love for her to be at the reunion. I'm for what's best for the show. And I loved where Kenya was going. She's not that happy with me right now, you know, but that's okay. I've always been that type. I don't give a damn how you feel about me. If I'm always going to speak the truth. So, you know,
Girl, not you always gonna speak the truth. Girl, go to hell.
feel like at this moment, no matter what, I feel like it would be good for Kenya to be at the reunion. And I feel like she is very articulate, and she can speak to Britt, and she can speak to the cast, and she can speak to the fans, and she can find her way back next season. So I think that that could be a true statement.
I should not happy with you right now. I thought y'all were doing better this season.
She didn't like when I said that, when I compared her to Britt, and I said they were similar. And I said they were similar, but I meant because Fabulous, they're both, to me, speak their mind. Like, you know, when you don't want to be compared to him. So
right. Got you.
But whatever, girl. I got to talk about you. You a part of the show. Don't you want to be talked about?
It's kind of crazy though. I didn't even think about the reunion. Like the fact that she won't even be on the
Who
reunion.
said that? It's possible. I'm still hopeful. She's still a big part of the show. She's not the show. She didn't make or break the season, but Kenya is a person who I've been doing for a very long time. And for once, we were possibly about to have a season of not being foes. You know what I'm saying? Phaedra, I have to say, when Phaedra came in, she helped to elevate the show as well and keep us where we needed to be, because everybody been wanting to see her. She's been gone the whole time Kandi been gone. Yeah. So, you know, it's people wanted her back.
And Kandi has been really upset about how Kenya has been treated by the network. She's been very vocal about that. And then you're coming back. I don't know if Kandi's too excited about that as well too, but you like the network protects you guys, because that's what Kandi's saying. It's like the network, one of their stars.
Still work for the network, so I don't share certain sentiments. Okay.
Right. I still need my job. I can't say that the network was fucking up.
Let's be clear. All right. I'm saying that I think Kenya deserves an opportunity, and an opportunity can be given to anyone. You can always say no. She can say whatever she wants to say to Britt, the cast, the crew, and whoever, and they can say no, but I believe she deserves that opportunity. I ain't say a damn thing about the network. Love the network.
Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Like, I can't. I don't know what she's going to give this season. But I didn't like what I was seeing from her on when they went out of town. Whenever the girls all go on a trip together. I didn't like what I was seeing from her then. She also spoke about Simon Guobadia. And what we learned is that Porsha says that she asked to see Simon's finances and he did not want to provide them. And so it set their wedding back. There have been discussions between the parties about the wedding occurring in August and September 2022. However, those weddings never occurred, at least in part due to Simon's failure to provide Porsha information relating to his income, assets, and liabilities. Porsha refused to move forward until Simon handed over the necessary documents, finally signing the prenup on November 17th, 2022, just days before the wedding. That, along with a number of other things, was a red flag. It was a red flag that he did not want to provide his financials. I don't know why I know why, because you had gone too far by then. You had rubbed everybody's face in it. Love had won. And even though this man was showing you that he could not be trusted, you still went through with marrying him, only to be dragged to the gutter with him in court about the paperwork that you both signed. Like they both signed a prenup, and he's been arguing with the prenup ever since. He's been arguing with the prenup. He didn't want to have to pay. He didn't want to have to split the house. And I'm sorry, y'all, but I believe it's their house because I believe he bought it with the intention of them moving into that house together. I don't care whether he purchased it before they were married. He purchased it for them to be in because he was living in a different house before. So he bought the house for them to live in together. It wasn't like he was living in that house for 20 years before she showed up. No, I believe that that was their house. And so I believe it should be sold and the assets should be split, or it should be, you know, gifted to one of them. And I feel like it should be gifted to the one that's actually a legal citizen of this country. If you ask me, I don't think it should be given to scamming ass Simon Guabadia because he probably purchased it with ill-gotten goods. Just saying. Just saying. I don't like her neither, but I really don't like him. I really don't like him. And so she spoke on what happened with the ICE situation.
Start with the divorce, right?
Oh, let's do.
People automatically people
Top of the
assumed
morning.
people assumed it was infidelity, but you know, in the first episode, you talk about you would go to the airport and you would always get pulled to the side, and you got to the point you was like, why the hell do we keep getting pulled to the side?
Right.
Did you call ICE on Simon?
No, it doesn't benefit me at all for him to be locked up. Mentally and financially, it doesn't benefit me. You know, just because you're going through a divorce doesn't mean you hate someone. I hate actions. I hate lies. I hate a lot of characteristics, but I love the person, you know, and I would never wish harm on anybody. And at the end of the day, I know that he's the type of person, he's a slithering snake. He's going to find his way out of it. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Damn.
You know, and I pray for him, his family, and I hope they all figure it out. But I called him.
You called him a snake, but the snake got you.
Yeah, they do. They get around you in that whole real tight. That whole real tight.
You're a snake too, girl. It was two snakes. Okay, it was two snakes coming together, slithering through the goddamn grass.
But that's also me. I mean, I love. And when I meet someone, I'm a Cancer. And when I meet someone who reciprocates that, nothing else really matters. It's how you make me feel. I'm very intentional. So if your intentions towards me feel authentic and it feels real, I'm going to trust that. And that's just how I live my life experience.
I told y'all that she still wanted Dennis. I told y'all that when the shit was going down, it was given. You still wanted Dennis. Like at first I thought she didn't, but no, she still wanted Dennis. A lot of the stuff that she was doing, I felt like was to nanny boo Dennis. And honestly, I feel like Dennis must have good dick on some level. Because I think the idea is that they don't have to be together, but they smash. I do. I feel like they do come together and smash ever so often. And I believe that, you know, he looked like he could be Dennis' daddy, as I used to refer to him. When we first started seeing them together, Simon was not Simon. He was Dennis' daddy over here on my channel. So, yeah, I definitely believe that her and her baby daddy still fucking. Okay? Still fucking.
I do want to say though, Porsha, you are a beautiful woman.
Thank you.
So I can see why a man would want to be in this country illegally to be with you. So do you feel like it's kind of your fault, just a little?
I think it's the country's fault. I think he's having a whole issue that started before I was even born. That unfortunately it's just come to the shit that hit the fan. It just is what it is at this point.
Where is it at right now? Because the last reports were like he's detained, the citizenship was denied. Like, so where is he physically, and like what's happening right now?
So I only know as much as you guys know, and as much as what's online. As far as I know,
and I think she wanted to be with Dennis, but Dennis didn't want to be with her. She wanted to get married. Dennis didn't want to marry her. And I believe because Dennis repeatedly cheated and because he didn't want to get married, she was going to nanny boo him with the first man that showed genuine interest with money who wanted to marry. Meanwhile, he wants to marry you so he can, you know, get easier citizenship. Not because he really wanted to marry you, but because he's not a U.S. citizen. And that would be an easier way for his ass to stay in this country.
They've been posting that
she wanted to be with Dennis though.
In Georgia.
I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it that much. I just know I'm trying to finish my divorce, and I can't do that if I don't have a person to divorce.
Let's start with the divorce, right?
Oh, let's do.
People automatically
So she's saying that it's actually not a good thing for her that he's not here, but I feel like at some point this shit must default. Either way, girl, good luck, Porsha. We'll see it on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm sure. Now let's move on because I want to talk about things, right? So this, okay? R. Kelly sings on podcast, says he's written 25 albums since being in prison. To me, it's despicable that women want to interview with this man. I always think it's so weird whenever a man who likes to steal coochie from people, who likes to hit women, who likes to lock them in rooms with buckets to pee in and tell them when they can eat, when they can sleep, when they can have sex, who they have sex with. Like when you are a person like R. Kelly that lives in a very dark space and you harm people in a repeated pattern because it's who you are now, I think it's very weird when any women give them smiles and admiration. I don't care how good his music is. I love his music. I'm going to be real with y'all. There are some times when I'm going to get my lashes done and they be playing R. Kelly downstairs. Bitch, I sing every word to every song because I know the words to all the songs. However, to see grown women smiling, fawning, and interviewing him from behind bars after he was arrested for abusing, sexually abusing women and girls, and two women that might have daughters or may not have daughters are sitting there smiling as if he would not do it to them or their daughters. So my comment is, this is weird for them to interview him like he wouldn't have their teen daughters trapped in a closet. It's 145 comments, right? Y'all act like everyone's supposed to hate this man. Not saying what he did was right. It was hella wrong, but that's not their fault. Shoot, I still listen to the music. He a great artist. We can't take that away from him. What does that have to do with two women interviewing him? I don't know what this L boy is talking about. People be saying all kind of shit and don't know what the fuck they be talking about. But you know, they were very upset at my comment. But one of the comments I got, this one right here, I got this comment so often and I really didn't understand what was wrong with all of the people that kept saying it. So I wanted to address them verbally here because I don't care to comment to them individually because who cares who you are? What was weird to me was the parents that brought their girls to him. They should be jailed alongside him. Maybe he wouldn't. Maybe they not like the other parents who just gave their daughters up for money. Only way he would is if they're dumb enough to drop them off to him. Nah, he would have had your daughter and peed on her. These are the comments. That's a woman that said that. Fifi versus the body. I'm so glad that you have a private page because I swear, oh, you're a mother. She's a mother, you guys. She's a mother. She actually has a child, you guys. Can you believe it?
Hello.
Can you believe it? Someone telling me that R. Kelly would pee on my kid because I think something is wrong with women who would interview him still with these goofy fucking smiles on their faces as if his crime was not against women just like them. But most of what they were saying is about the parents. They seem to think that look, somebody said what's weird is that you making a joke out of it by using one of his songs. Yeah, don't be slick. I wasn't being slick. I was actually being direct. I don't know what's wrong with people. They really don't understand directness these days. Only thing I'm going to say, he ain't nobody. He absolutely did. 6 people like this comment. Tamika, who has R. Kelly as her Avi. Okay, some Roger twins. So this is somebody who has children, right? And you have daughters. 3 daughters. Roger twins. Her page is her daughters. Tell me you don't love your kids, but you use them for clout. Allie and Riley Rogers' mom. Yeah. Cherie Maria Bradley. That looks like somebody's grandmother. It's a whole bunch of Black women arguing with another Black woman about a man that would not piss on you if you were on fire. You hoes are pathetic, basic, and lame. I do not care what you think is true. And then what is this? Your ass voted for a man like Trump. Like, what are you even talking about? What are you even talking about? Y'all, the shit that they write in the comments is insane. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. But they're literally in the comments, and mind you, 6,000 people liked my comment. So, right. But just the logic, and I know it's a lot of people that seem to think R. Kelly was only assaulting women children whose parents brought them to him. That was actually only about 2 or 3 of the young women. The rest of them, he had men who were sent to malls all over the country to vet women for him. There's a clip on social media of him overseas at a concert with a sign saying that any girl that's 18 years and above, do you want to come back to America with us? Do you have your ID? Do you have your passport? Was that not seeking out young girls? Is that not seeking out young girls? Sending a public service announcement at your fucking concert that if you're 18 years and above, come and get this dick? Are y'all okay? Yes, Ashley Miller has spoken about it. I know many a girl or people, period, from Chicago that say he was outside the high schools. Not only would he sit outside the high schools, he would be at the mall, just randomly walking through the mall. Why was he sitting outside the McDonald's after school? People's parents did not always have to be around in order for him to do what he did. And the fact that some of these slow, ignorant, retarded ass people in these comments have decided that he only did this when the parents allowed it is insane. And it doesn't even make sense because he did it to women that he was married to. He did it to his wife. He abused her, R'd her, locked her in rooms. He touched his daughter. His daughter came out, this past year and said that her dad touched her? He was a parent touching his own child. He also did it to other grown women. Other grown women that are just as slow as the bitches in these comments that would get wrapped up in a slow nigga's game simply because he can sing and he has some money. The nigga can't read, so I don't know how he writing songs in prison, but I'll believe him. He probably has a recorder. But I think it's very weird that my comment is critiquing these 2 women and their mindset. Yet every person is coming at me in these fucking comments as if I am defending the parents. Yes, if the parents allowed it, that makes it worse, but that does not excuse what he did. Like the fact that he wouldn't have done it if the parents didn't let it be done, that's not true. You fucking idiot. That's not true. You dumbass, thirsty, pathetic, insecure bitch. That's not true. I feel sorry for every single one of you raggedy ass, big mouth, no brain, wet coochie having hoes who have daughters. I feel sorry for every single one of y'all. And I wish I could put you hoes on blast every day of the week. Every day of the week, somebody needs to be reminding you that you should not have children because you will blame everybody but the man responsible for for your child's abuse. You'll blame everybody but the man responsible for your child's abuse. I don't even care what he's talking about with these women. They're smiling too much. They were trying to have a viral moment. They fucking suck. I don't have anything else to I don't want to listen to them. They can get off my page now. But I wanted to bring that up. Let's go to the other place that I want to read y'all down. Hold on.
Hey.
So this was very, very interesting to me because I have gone back and forth with people that I actually know in real life about Umar Johnson's ignorant ass. And this is no disrespect, but I feel like the people that think Umar is smart, I'm sorry, y'all are stupid. I'm sorry. The people that think Umar is smart, they are stupid people listening to the way he talks and believing because of an image that he portrays, a role that he's playing on the internet. Y'all believe that means he is righteous. That makes y'all believe y'all should listen to what he says. Y'all think he's pro-black. I have already told y'all his mindset on child support told me everything I needed to know about him. Because how do you care about the growth of the black community, but one of your biggest issues is child support? You can't really be for the growth and expansion of the black people if you don't care about funding and supporting the children of said black community. And you damn sure can't be a deadbeat dad talking to everybody else about what the fuck they should be doing. That's wild to me. That y'all will listen to a hotep, grifting, lying, scamming, white woman obsessed, ain't shit ass nigga. There's already been a caricature for Umar. Y'all ain't never seen don't be a menace while drinking your juice in the hood. Y'all ever seen that? I think that's my boy Chris Spencer, right? Chris Spencer plays the fake pro-black dude and Don't Be a Menace. And he says, "Oh, my black Nubian queen. Can you tap that white girl's shoulder for me?" Let me tell y'all something. I say the same thing about you homophobic people that I say about men like him. Anything that you obsess about is something you're obsessed with. Those of y'all hate gay people so much. Y'all got something to say every time somebody gay. You always want to be all predisposed with what gay people got going on. Boosie, if you will. You are suppressing the gayness in you. Your ass is gay. When Dr. Umar goes anywhere and everywhere preaching about his hate of the snow bunnies and the milk of magnesius, he loves white women. He likes white women. He is obsessed with white women. He loves them. He is going to keep telling you he loves his black queens and all of that. He's lying. And yeah, I do think he want to get his dick wet in Sukihana. But to be very clear, Umar likes white women, or he probably likes women that are closest to white, meaning I wonder what the baby mamas look like. But this is his daughter right here. This is his daughter. Look at Dr. Umar and look at her. Based on her color palette, based on his color palette, I'm going to tell you he was with a woman that was lighter than him.
TikTok. So I just wanted to come on here with a small, short announcement. I just want to start this video off by saying I'm not trying to get clout. I literally just want to have a conversation with my father. My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts. Okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how Black kings need to be with Black women, but you're not even in your Black woman's daughter's life. Hey, TikTok. So I just wanted to come on here with a small short.
You for recognizing a clout chaser when you see one. Thank you for recognizing a clout chaser when you see one.
Again, come on, third time, right?
Is there a reason why the mother didn't join her for the video? Why is it mom with baby Smurf? How you doing, my beautiful African sisters? How you doing tonight? I want to have a sit down with Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf. Baby Smurf, I want you to call Mama Smurf. This is what we're going to do. Oh, yes, this is what we're going to do. I'm the king of solutions. Baby Smurf, I want you to call Mama Smurf, and I need y'all to tell me where we're going to meet at on Thursday, 1 week from today. I want to meet Mama Smurf and Baby Smurf anywhere in the city of Philadelphia. You for
Okay, so let's start off. Let's start off to how you're responding to this. You're not even responding to this as a man with any real respect and integrity. Because if you were a man that actually had respect and integrity and cared about Black queens and Black family like you claim to, and not just a misogynist that wants to control women because, you know, that's what y'all niggas like to do. If that wasn't the only thing you was trying to do, right? Then you would have handled this differently. First of all, why get on social media? Why not contact her directly? Why not have a conversation behind closed doors? I feel like when people really be about that shit that they talk, you don't always see what happens, but something happens, right? If you are a good man on any front, if you were sincere on any front about that shit that you be talking, you would have had a conversation with that girl off social media. She's 22. Why are you asking to see her mother? Why are you asking? I'm going to go to the next clip. Why are you asking to see her mother? Why? Because you want to use it as an opportunity to what? Shame, lie, put all of the guilt and responsibility on the mom for why you weren't there for your child. Because when I tell y'all, so many people, at least 2 women commented to me, well, what if the mom was being difficult? What if the mom wouldn't let him see his child? I don't know where y'all get that shit from, but around my way, legally, you can't do that, especially if the father is paying child support. If the father is paying child support, there should have been stipulations of visitation. He can go back to court and he can have the judge strike her, and she could end up having to pay a fine or go to jail if she does not produce the child. Let everybody take Destiny and LeBaric for one, because LeBaric wanted custody of his child. Destiny wasn't going to be able to keep LeBaric away from his son because he was going to take her ass to court. So when y'all talk that shit in the comments, please use your brain. Please stop being gullible and stupid and looking for a reason to absolve a man from not being present in a 22-year-old's life. Because even if the mom had made it difficult for him to have a relationship with his child, if he really cared, he would have been waiting at the door for 18 to reach out to her, to find her, to say, your mom didn't want to let you see me, but you're an adult now and you can make your own choice and I want to be in your life. That would have been the response if this is somebody that cared about being a father to the children he's produced. This is more evidence that this man is running his mouth, but he doesn't actually believe the shit that he says. And so when he is instructing you on what's right and how you should be living your life, you should question it, because look at the way he's living his. Let him continue.
The more slander that we will see, brothers and sisters. And I'm built for it. The son of Ogun. I got my two spiritual.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for using African spirituality to tell us that the Orishas are protecting you from your child.
Machetes ready? If you want to send children to do their dirty work, send the children.
So let me get this straight. Because he said if they're going to send children, this is a 22-year-old. So your thought is that the 22-year-old is not thinking for herself, but that her mom has sent her to chase clout and destroy you, right? It's so funny how whenever we talk about how these niggas are lying and manipulating, there's always some bitch in the comments talking about you trying to tear a black man down. And that's where y'all get that mentality from. Anytime somebody is telling an ugly truth about somebody that you view as some black man that should be pedestalized, you want to argue with people about it and act as if somebody's tearing him down. His actions tore him down. And your mentality is tearing you down.
If they want to send the children to do their dirty work, send the children. Send who you must. But if you don't know by now, if you don't know by now who the chosen one of this generation is, you must be dumb, deaf, and blind. If you don't know who the ancestors sent in this generation, I can't speak to the previous generation.
To do
and
what?
I can't speak to the next generation.
To do what?
But in this generation,
What are you doing? What are you doing besides perpetuating the stereotype that Hotep Black power Black men are lazy, over-talking, charismatic bums that really do nothing but run their mouth? What the fuck are you doing in order for you to be the chosen one? Yeah, chosen to be a goddamn fool, chosen to be a derelict, chosen to be a scammer, chosen to showcase how much men will use everything to manipulate women into being a tool to be used. Young girl telling you, I just want to know where my sister at. You in the comments prophesizing with your delusions of grandeur. Word. This y'all King? This y'all King, huh? This the nigga that y'all be arguing in comments with me about. I was responsible enough that to have condoms and birth control, so I didn't have children that I didn't want to take care of. I was responsible, but please continue to listen to the nigga that talks to y'all consistently without fail, and y'all still ain't seen that school. You still haven't seen him become even on Killer Mike level. You ain't joined not a municipality to do not a goddamn thing.
the more slander that we will see, brothers and sisters. And I'm built for it. The son of Ogun. I got my two spiritual machetes ready. If they want to send children to do their dirty work, send the children. If they want to send the children to do their dirty work, send the children. Send who you must. But if you don't know by now, who the chosen one of this generation is, you must be dumb, deaf, and blind. If you don't know who the ancestors sent in this generation, I can't speak to the previous generation, and I can't speak to the next generation. But in this generation, I think we all know who the chosen one is, brothers and sisters. But like I said, the best thing you can do, or the worst thing you can do, is mind my business, because I'm going to block your ass. And you're going to be in the book of Negroes. Okay? Trying to build your struggle streamer career off of my back, coming up out of nowhere, acting like you've been looking for me. Get Mama Smurf. When can the three of us have a sit down? I'm ready for this. I'm ready for. When can Mama Smurf, Papa Smurf, and Baby Smurf have a sit down? Oh, I'm ready for this. And I will have my white man paperwork. I will have my white man paperwork. When can we do the sit down? When can we do the sit down? Been paying child support since you damn near came out the womb. Deadbeat who? When can we have a sit down?
And when will you niggas understand that paying child support without providing any emotional or mental or physical time and support means you're a deadbeat? I know a lot of y'all have a hard time with that, but if you are not there to help build the spirit and the mental of your children, you're a deadbeat parent. Sending money is not enough. Everybody knows the hardest part about raising children is not paying for them. It's the time, the energy, the will that it takes. Being the only person taking care of a child when they're sick, and then they get you sick. And now you still have to figure out a way to take care of yourself and that child because the nigga don't want to be there because he's a deadbeat, because you won't let him control you. So now he's decided he doesn't want to be a father in the child's life. Because if you was really about it like you say you are, you would have been like LeBaric, down to the courthouse, filing fucking injunctions every time she do not bring that child to come and see you when it's time for you to see your child. I really don't take that excuse from men because I know men who have dealt with difficult women, and them niggas don't stop trying to see their kid just because the woman is difficult. They don't. Anytime the child go by the grandmama house or one of the other family members' house, the daddy be over there to see the child, over there to go get the child until the bitch stop being mad and let him come get his child on his own. But the men that really want to be there for their children, the excuse of the mama was difficult is never enough for those men. Coochie be difficult. Y'all still do whatever y'all gonna do to get that shit. Money is difficult. You still do whatever you gonna do to get that shit. Being on social media as a job is difficult, but you still gonna get your dusty, raggedy ass up here and talk and tell black men how they don't need to be with white women while you obsess and jack off to them. Check this nigga's hard drive. I bet you it's full of white bitches. You're a deadbeat, nigga. You're a deadbeat.
Child support started. You wasn't even out your mama yet. And she took me to child support. Deadbeat who? Deadbeat who? Child custody file this thick. What are we talking about? Where is Mama Smurf? Where is Mama Smurf? Can we please have a sit down? Brothers and sisters, you can fool some of the people all the time, and you can fool all the people some of the time. You can fool some of the people all the time, and you can fool all the people some of the time.
Oh my God, nigga, enough. You're talking about yourself. Because anybody that's a follower of this nigga and think he's legit, yeah, he's manipulated you. He's manipulated you. I really don't even understand. I don't understand at all, to be honest. But I'm gonna let y'all have it. Now let's move on. So disgusting ass, bald-headed, ignorant, grimy, self-hating Amber Rose child, okay, was on Shannon Sharp. And I was watching some of it while I was getting my tattoo done today. Shout out to Cole. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't like Amber Rose anymore. So I really don't care to listen to anything that she has to say. But I do want to hear what she said about Kanye. But I will say this. Shannon Sharp wants to fuck Amber Rose. Anytime a man is doing an interview and consistently is asking questions about what the woman wants as far as who she wants to date, what she wants the date to look like, what she wants him to sound like when he calls and asks her out on the date. Like, it was so obvious, it was disgusting. Like, we know you want to fuck her. We know, we got it. And you might have enough money to do it.
See,
but let's hear.
Kanye and his wife, I don't know if it's his ex-wife, there are reports that they're getting divorced, so forth and so on. Let's just say for the sake of argument, they are together. And you see how she's dressing. Is that she's dressing like that or Kanye dressing her like that?
Kanye's for sure dressing her like that. Yeah, he did the same thing to me and Kim. This is who he is.
Why does he like, I mean, obviously you're a very statuesque woman. You have curves. You're very.
He did not need to go further in that. He can't help himself.
Figured. What is it about that he wants the world to know? Look at my woman. We can see.
It's very simple. Kanye is in competition with every other man that is richer or more established or has more access than him. He could not compete with the likes of Jay-Z. Like, you got shut out by the upper echelon of black people. And so you've been trying to get into the upper echelon of white people ever since then. And so you think using women as a sign that you are controlling somebody, because look what I can get my bitch to do. It's that type of thing. He basically is using his wife to make other men horny. And if he can make other men horny, he thinks he can have power over them. That's what he's doing. That's why he's consistently done that. He likes to see the women as tools, little sex toys, not actual people. He's consistently done that to most of the women he's been with. He dressed Amber Rose, but didn't want her to talk or have a personality. She didn't need to talk because when she started talking, shit never made sense. I remember not really agreeing with her during the slut walk days, and that's because she didn't understand what she was doing. You can tell she don't understand what she was doing back then because the way she talks about it now makes it clear. I'm an adult now, so I fully understand. I'm going to always be a feminist. And I know people think that that's a bad word or something bad to be. I think most people are slow. But at the end of the day, I believe that women should have control and autonomy over their body. And if they want to be a whore, it should be up to their discretion. If they want to walk around naked, it should be up to their discretion. It should not be because a man told them to, or a man wants them to, or for a man's validation or approval. It should be for their own approval. Never for a man's. Nothing's wrong to me with being a whore as long as you're doing it for your own reasons, whatever they are for you, because you want pleasure, because you want the dick, because you want the girl, because you like the sex, because you felt like you wanted to do that, whatever it is. I want it to be because that's what you wanted, not because you were coerced, not because you were desperate, not because you wanted to be validated by some stupid ass nigga, but because that's what you wanted to do. And so that is what you did. So at the end of the day, I'm always going to be a feminist and be in that mindset about it because I feel like it's only right. It's only right for women to choose when, where, how, and when. It's only right. So her changing her mind about that just shows me that she didn't know what the fuck she was talking about back then, just as I feel she doesn't know what she's talking about now. And I do think she's smart, but I feel like her own self-hate shows through in the cracks. I don't care about your bald head and your style and your nice body and your sunglasses and your I don't give a fuck attitude and how, oh, I'm just so smart and I'm traditional. No, you're not. Nothing about you is traditional. Nothing about you is traditional, Amber. I don't care how much you sell coochie to Republicans so that you can find a white man to save you. You are not traditional and you never will be. It is not traditional for a woman to become famous off being a nigga's girlfriend. It is not traditional for a woman to make most of her fame and money off of being naked. That's not traditional. I feel like you had every right to do whatever you did to get where you are. But it's not traditional, bitch.
He wants other men to want his woman. That's what he's into. He likes that. he likes that men are like.
And see, I think that's weird when women aren't feminist. I feel like y'all don't know. It's like we don't know what feminist means. And people have convinced you that being a feminist is a bad thing. Because if you're a woman, and unless you're male centered, why would you not be a person who supports or engages in the belief that women should have social, economic, and political equality? You don't feel like women should have social, economic, and political equality? You don't feel like we should have the same social standing and safety as men? You don't think we should get paid for the same jobs, the same rate? Like, explain to me how you're not a feminist. I don't understand. And that's why I feel like we've really been convinced and conditioned that being a feminist means you hate men. I had somebody comment on the picture of me and my husband for our anniversary, pointing out that people think that I hate men, and this was evidence that I don't hate men. But I feel like I want you to think I hate. Please continue to think that I hate men, even though most of my best friends in my entire life have been men, even though I've been with the same man for 15 years, even though most of the niggas that know me or used to fuck with me still like me. Okay? Fuck all that, right? Nah. You not okay with rapists like R. Kelly. You don't give niggas like Diddy benefit of the doubt. You see Jonathan Majors for the weird ass nigga he is. So you gotta hate men because you don't like these weird ass niggas that everybody else like.
Drooling over his woman. That's what he's into.
I mean, I like to think anybody that I'm with, that somebody wants her. Mm-hmm. If hell, don't nobody want her but me, I need to reassess I need to reassess what I'm doing.
Right.
But to like see Kanye and his wife, I don't know if it's his ex-wife, there are reports that they're getting divorced, so forth and so on. Let's just say for the sake of argument, they are together. Mm-hmm. And you see how she's dressing. Is that she's dressing like that or Kanye dressing her like Kanye's that? To really like, man, I want.
Yeah, he wants all his friends to want his girlfriend. He wants everybody that when you walk in a room, that his girlfriend or wife is the most desirable in the room.
She the baddest bee in the room.
That's what he likes, yeah.
To really like, man, I want.
Yeah, he wants all his friends to want his girlfriend.
Can you imagine how it must have ate him up that no matter what room he was in, Beyonce still outshined Kim Kardashian? Y'all know that's the reason why I really, really think that Jay-Z had to leave him alone. It wasn't just because of the shit that was going on between the two of them. And, Ye has been spiraling for a while now. But I did feel back then that I needed Beyonce to keep her distance from Kim Kardashian because you got here because you worked your ass off and she fucked Ray J in a sex tape. And now she's sitting next to you at the fucking, Grammys or the Oscars or some shit. Whatever the award show was where they were sitting next to each other. Either way, I didn't like it. I didn't like it because I don't like what that says. I don't like that you can just lie on your back for a weird nigga and now you can be seen as just as successful as somebody that's been working their ass off for years, singing and dancing and perfecting an art form. Now that I'm grown, I feel like at the end of the day, bitch, however you make it is how you make it because ain't none of this shit fair. So if you made it from fucking a nigga, I don't care. At the end of the day, now I think Kim works exceptionally hard. I do. I think Kim works super duper duper hard. I don't always agree with her. I don't always like what they got going on, but nobody works harder than them Armenian bitches. Okay. But I think what I was really picking up on was Kanye trying to force this comparison between Kim and Beyonce and wanting his wife to be favored among the masses when it was never really going to be like that. Beyonce was going to always be respected in a way that Kim wasn't by the people that mattered to Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like Anna Wintour and the rest of those people. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I feel like Jay and Beyonce really started to like push away from him because they noticed the envy and the jealousy that was taking place. She put that pun to word. Now we have Skims. Right. Exactly. And the Skims is good from what I hear from the girls. I just bought one thing from them and I was like, yeah, it's all right. But you know, I have better shit from other people. I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see, girl. The shit I got down to the Dillards was better. Okay. It had bones in it. Okay. That's why he pulled that stunt with Taylor Swift. He wanted B to be friends with him and Kim, and she wasn't feeling it. Exactly. You on my wave. You on my wave, T. But yeah, no surprise there. Weird ass nigga. Okay. Now I wanted to mention this to y'all because I remember saying y'all better watch out because Trump might try to get Diddy off. And there were people talking to me like I was stupid. He's not gonna do that. Meanwhile, it's a possibility that he might pardon Pras. Now, mind you, different types of crimes. However, rappers who are in a lot of trouble. So to me, if he'll get Pras off, if he'll get Kodak Black off, it's not far-fetched to believe he might try to help Diddy. Seeing as though how him and Diddy have been, accused of some of the same wrongs. Pras is holding out hope for a pardon from his friend Donald Trump after being convicted in a federal fraud case. The Fugees rapper, whose sentencing has been delayed since his 2023 conviction, spoke with TMZ Hip Hop, expressing his belief that he and Trump share a common adversary in the previous administration's Justice Department. He's optimistic Trump, now in his second term, will come through. Pras also has hopes for California Governor Gavin Newsom to pardon Tory Lanez, who's currently serving time. Pras, why do you want Tory Lanez to be pardoned? Why? How do you even know him? Hope my boy Trump pardons me and Newsom pardons Tory Lanez. This is how you know that all of y'all niggas, for the most part, are alike. So when y'all are expecting me to like y'all, I need for you to ask yourself why. Why should I like y'all? Why should I like you niggas? Why? If you're not my nigga, why should I like you? For what? Y'all don't even know each other. All y'all know is that y'all in jail for hurting somebody. And that's good enough for y'all to champion one another. It was the same thing when all of a sudden Bill Cosby, who could not stand the artists of the 90s, is writing letters to fucking R. Kelly. Why else? Because predators protect predators. That's why. For no other reason. So if these niggas can have each other's back, no matter the fact that they don't know each other, no matter the fact that they probably have nothing more in common besides being felons, black, and in music, but they down for one another. And you asking me, a woman who would be the product of Tory Lanez harming women. I'm sure Pras has a list of things he's done that we don't even know about. But that tells me you've harmed some women and the women just ain't said shit about it or nobody believed them. But that's giving me, we should probably be checking to see what women you've harmed, Pras. Because you aligning yourself with Tory Lanez tells me you've harmed a woman along the way as well. That's what that tells me about you. And I don't want y'all to get out. Pras, I wouldn't have gave a fuck about you getting out. You like to befriend people from other countries and then infiltrate the government and all of that. So that's not my business. But see, niggas like Tory Lanez going around assaulting people, fighting August Alsina, that's an LGBTQ person. Shooting Megan, that's a black woman. Yeah, I got a problem with people feeling like it's okay to let niggas who are harmful to me and my community. I have an issue with y'all. Why do y'all want to free somebody that is out of control of themselves and can still harm other people. And Tory Lanez has an album coming out for some reason. I don't know. I don't care. But also, y'all know that he has a restraining order because he likes to get online and tell people that Megan was lying on him. He needs to get a fucking gag order along with the restraining order so he can stop lying. Now, he did an interview somewhere. I didn't even listen to the shit, but I read the headline, and I know he said, y'all know how he keeps telling people that it wasn't what you think it was and all of this. When the shit happened, everybody asked Tory what happened, and Tory never explained what happened, but just said that it wasn't, I ain't do it. Who did it then, Tory? Because the girl got shot. So who shot her? You said it wasn't Kelsey. He said that. He got up there on the internet and told y'all it wasn't Kelsey. So if it wasn't Kelsey, who was it? Because Megan didn't shoot her own self in the fucking foot, because I'm sure he would have said that. Also, we could see from the trajectory of the bullet that she was shot on the back left side of her foot, meaning I don't know how she would have shot herself from that trajectory in the spot where she was shot. So yeah, no, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Not love Tory. Ooh, y'all, please just go listen to the original songs that he has taken the tracks from. He's not that good of an artist. I know y'all love to think he is, but he's really not. To each his own. Like, it ain't like he was Robert. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm that nigga was not good enough of an artist for the way y'all be repping that nigga. I low-key let y'all get away with the Robert shit because I get it. The music anyway. But that nigga need to be in jail right where he at. I can listen to happy people, very happy knowing that he's in jail. Oh, yeah. I know it is somebody's birthday tonight somewhere. And I know he's in jail. And I know I know where he is. No girl is trapped in a dungeon or a closet because R. Kelly is locked up. I feel safe to listen to his music knowing that he can't fuck no other young girl and then make a song about it for me to sing along to. Baby, come inside. Turn down the lights. 'Cause there is something that I want from you right now. Hey, give it to me. I love this nigga, okay? I love this music, but he deserves to be in jail. And every person that defends him and tries to put the blame on anybody but him, I want you to shut the fuck up and go listen to his music and stop talking to me and stop talking to the rest of us. Enjoy his music, but please stop getting your funky, stupid ass on the internet to make excuses for him. Stop it. And it's the same thing with Tory Lanez. Stop it. He never gave y'all an alternative. Don't y'all ask yourselves why? Don't y'all ask yourselves why he never gave y'all an alternate chain of events in order to prove he didn't really do it? Y'all never got a what really happened from him. He made a whole fucking album and still did not explain to y'all what actually happened that night. Yet you think what he's telling an interviewer is not harassment of Megan. It is harassment. Let me explain it to you. Let me go back to this stupid ass nigga. It's harassment because he gets online and lies and says that Megan lied on him. Y'all in turn take y'all goofy asses over to Megan shit and harass her. You see how that works? It's harassment by proxy. It's the same thing he was doing with the Milagro bitch, that dumb asshole. The same thing. You put a battery in somebody's back and they go and harass her for you, and y'all stupid asses thinking that because he's not directly harassing her, it's not harassment, even though it still causes people to harass her. It's harassment, evidence of harassment. He should have been sanctioned. Send the nigga back to Canada. Yes, he was dog whistling in that interview for all y'all weird ass hoes to go and call Megan a liar on her Instagram that day. That's how it's harassment. I don't like it. Okay, now let's get into Big Head Neo.
Reality of it. I do partnership, not ownership.
Sure.
You're not my property. I don't even want to own you. I want a partner in this situation. I don't.
Okay, he's starting off good. I'm gonna tell y'all right there. Y'all know I don't have a problem with different forms of lifestyles because I just don't. I don't give a fuck about what other people got going on. Okay. Most of y'all cheating anyway. That's why I don't have a problem with people be honest about their proclivities, because most of these motherfuckers be cheating on y'all anyway, especially men like Neo. Okay. So I'm with him at the beginning. Y'all heard what he said. He don't want to own you. Okay. I can appreciate that sentiment. I think that's healthy. I don't think we own each other. I don't own you. You don't own me. We are experiencing each other. I think that is a healthier way to be in a relationship so that you are not codependent. But a lot of y'all romanticize codependency. So do as you will. I'm going to let him continue.
Demand exclusivity. I don't ask for it. Nothing like that. If you offer it and I accept, there are rules to follow. Now.
Okay. So when he said that, I have a problem right there because I don't believe him. When you say there are rules to follow, if you agree to that, I believe that there are rules in any relationship because you want to be working within the confines of the boundaries set in place by the people in a relationship. And that just goes with anything. That don't even have anything to do with being monogamous or not, or exclusive or not. That's anything. You want a person who you're in a relationship with to know your boundaries, know what you're comfortable with, and know what you're not comfortable with, right? So I'm here for all of this conversation about what's cool and what's not, and how he does not ask the women to be monogamous. However, something makes me feel like there is coercion. I don't ask you to be monogamous, but the girls who are monogamous might get more from me. And you might start to feel like it would be better for you if you were monogamous with me, because I'm going to start to either pressure you in some way, or I'm going to show you how the women who are only for me, how they get treated versus how I treat a woman that's not only for me. And then when you ask about double standards or mistreatment, I'll say shit like, well, you're not exclusive to me, so I can't do that with you, but they're exclusive to me, so I can do that with them. So then you will get the woman in a position where she feels like, you know, I need to go ahead and be exclusive, even if I don't feel like that's fair. And most women who are already in this situation want to be in it because he's famous. He's offering a fun, freaky lifestyle, meaning he's going to pay for everything and you get to do all the nasty shit you ever wanted to do. Okay? Sounds like fun until he adds the rules aspect. And that's when I start to feel like this is about you having rules for them, but them not having any rules for you. And that right there is where the issue comes in. Because it's like no matter what these niggas say, they still don't really believe in having ethical non-monogamy. They just want to be able to do what they want to do and then control what the women do.
On the same side of that, nothing is above a conversation as long as we're being honest. You know what I mean? Nothing is above a conversation. But again, if you offer exclusivity, meaning just me and only me, and I say, all right, you sure you understand that your exclusivity to me doesn't mean exclusivity to you. This is a decision that you're making on your own. If you make that decision and I say, all right, cool. Well, here's the rules that I need you to follow. And if you're cool with that, then we rock. If you're not, we don't. And no love lost. You go your way, I go mine, and it's all good.
Sounds like a partnership.
Oh. Yeah, that's it. Here's the reality of it. I do.
It sounds like a partnership to me. Shut your stupid ass. I hate people. I hate the niggas in the background that talk like that's something they can understand, but they really can't.
Multiple partnerships now, I guess, give you more
like ammo.
Not ammo, but like, does it help more with writing songs?
I mean, yeah. Can't write about life if I ain't living it. Absolutely. And it allows me to write from different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? There's the monogamous perspective. There's a polyamorous perspective. There's a perspective of the woman who is curious, but can't get over her jealousy. Mind you, we talk about all of that. Like the only way this works is if everything is laid out on the table. There's 4 women, right? It's 4 individuals, 4 different personalities, 4 different outlooks.
A lot of
you know
energy.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Being in
I'm gonna tell you, he makes it sound good, but he's not being adequate, I don't think, to me. Because I feel like, first of all, it's very hard to juggle more than one person. Especially when you're doing it in a way that shows consideration for everybody, right? It can be done. But I don't think that narcissistic slut men are the ones most capable of it. I just don't. I think they work from a space of I get what I want and I know how to play this game to where if this ends up hurting you, you've signed yourself up for it. So you can only blame yourself. You can't blame me for hurting you or harming your feelings or anything like that. I don't have to be responsible because I've told you now that these are my rules. And if you can't follow them, you know what I mean? So he set it up already to kind of push the women in a corner, so to speak. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I have to wonder what type of drugs he may be on, because 4 women is a lot. 4 women is a lot. Like, it is. And it's very hard to give all of those women the same amount of energy at the same time. It is. I'm just letting y'all know. Okay. So I'm telling y'all right now, he can talk all of that shit he wants to, but I don't believe that it's as I don't think it's as equal or as just as he makes it out to be. I think he probably makes all of the rules. And yeah, I have to wonder what type of drugs he's on in order to be able to fuck 4 women. Like, what's the schedule? What's the schedule? And another thing is, I think he's using those women to help take care of his children, and I don't like that either. Like, as somebody that is, perfectly fine with poly or ethical non-monogamy, because I feel like, we all have our feelings about these things, but I think it's unrealistic to expect monogamy from people consistently and without fail in long-term relationships, especially in the years of your 20s and shit like that. People be married very early in life and you expect to be with one person for 60 years? Yeah, nah, I'm sorry. I don't think that that's realistic for most people. I just think people know they're going to get cheated on, or, and they have it in their mind what they're going to forgive and what they're not going to forgive. But they just know that at some point they're going to get cheated on. Like, that's just something people admit to themselves. Okay. So yeah, I don't think that's all that smart either. But, I've heard people say they would prefer to lie than to have an open, honest situation. They would prefer to just cheat and lie to their partner. And I think that's because they get to retain the control. So yeah, I definitely, am looking at this situation like you're using those women for a multitude of reasons, and they may be getting something out of it. And people will think that the lifestyle is worth it, but I don't, because I feel like it doesn't matter how much money somebody has. If they fuck your head up or they fuck up how you see yourself, the money wasn't worth it. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all can, because there are so many people out there that say shit like, well, I'd rather cry in a Bentley than cry in a Honda. And I'm like, I don't want to cry at all. That's another option, to never really have to cry. Okay. Like, you could really change your mindset about some of these things so you don't end up getting your feelings hurt every time a nigga can't control his dick. But yeah, I'm sorry. I always think it's so crazy. And that's something these girls like to do a lot these days. Y'all getting in relationship with rappers or basketball players, what have you, football players, whatever. And you expect them to be monogamous. And then when they're not, you get your ass on the internet and cry and want everybody to be mad at the nigga. And I'm just kind of like, ma'am, what did you expect? Like, what did you expect? Stop getting your fucking feelings hurt by somebody who you already know what it's gonna be like. You already know what it's gonna be like. So you got some choices. Figure out a way to make that shit work for yourself, or as you allow him to cheat in peace, you do the same. Fuck. Okay, make sure you put a little bit of money to the side, girl. But I tell you to continue to allow your heart to get broken by something you know is inevitable. You know it's gonna happen. And you know it's something that's gonna happen often. So why, you know what I'm saying? It's not like death. Shit. You know, like, yeah, it's inevitable, but I can't really prepare myself for somebody I love dying like that. But these niggas cheating on y'all, these celebrity niggas cheating on y'all, come on now, bitch, stop. Like, let it go, move on, or
Because it's,
you know, get with it or get gone.
It's also an experience for people too who maybe are curious about it and just want to know about it, and they learn that through your music.
Indeed. See, people get caught up on the sexual element of it. It's more, if the only reason you're doing it is for the sexual part of it, you're bound to fail.
Well, that's an orgy. That's swinging. This is love, right?
There's something totally different. This is community. This is a team. We are partners in this situation. You know, 4 women, 5 people, including me, 5 different incomes. You know what I'm saying? I have 7 children, but they help with the kids. My mom knows everybody, loves everybody. My sister knows everybody. The baby mamas have met them. It's a community thing. You know, it's more than just an orgy every night. You know,
Child, we know it's not every night.
Yeah.
Because it's also an experience for people too who maybe are curious about it and just want to know about it, and they learn that through your music.
Indeed. See, people get caught up on the sexual element of it. It's more than, if the only reason you're doing it is for the sexual part of it, you're bound to fail.
Yeah. So yeah. Shout out to my girl Erica De Niro. But yeah, y'all. I think that Neo is a very peculiar specimen. And I feel like if there are young women who are willing to play this role in his life for, you know, a couple years, a few months, by all means, have a good time and move on with your life. However, I just don't see it as it being the community he claims it is. To me, you're a king in a castle and you're dictating to all of your concubines and the people around you. I don't think that necessarily gives a lot of room for how those women feel. I don't think you really care about what their needs are, because essentially I do feel like you think you can switch them out for any other fine, smart, pretty woman that would want to be in that situation. So when you don't value those women individually for who they are, it's always going to end up being more of a king concubine type of thing. And I think most men live in a fantasy world in their mind where they really want to be a pimp. They want to be a pimp and they want to have hoes. And I believe that a lot of men have that, you know, underlying thing going on. That's what they're really thinking about. That's what they really want out of, you know, their interactions with women, you know. So let's go ahead and let's move on to Future, and then we'll end with Jurnee Smollett. Okay, so shout out to Real with Yanni. I was watching Real with Yanni, and she was sitting through this young woman talking about her life. And I'm gonna just tell y'all already, like, girl, get the fuck out of my facial with this shit. Like, get the fuck out of my facial with this shit, okay? So let me read. We really don't hear much about Future unless it's his songs playing on the radio, but the low-key rapper is speaking out to clear his name. Now, if you've been on social media these past couple of days, especially TikTok, then you may have come across Ig model and reality star Gorgeous Doll's explosive Storytime series, where she alleges that she was secretly involved with Future for 5 years. The Now That's TV reality star didn't hold back, dropping several videos detailing their alleged time together. According to her, everything came crashing down when she allegedly caught Future with multiple women. Girl, you did not catch him with multiple women. Y'all did not go together. Like, the way she explained it, he was playing in her face, like inviting her to shit, and he'd be there with one of the other women and they wearing matching outfits. That same shit Kodak Black did to your girl at her baby's party. Like, these niggas is absolutely trying to mentally break you. That's another thing. Like, mistreating you and causing triangulation with other women is a way to break your confidence. That way you'll be easier to deal with. According to her, everything came crashing down when she caught him with, multiple women, one of them being rapper SEDURE, whom he publicly dated during 2020 and 2021. Doll claims that every time she tried to speak out, Future attempted to silence her, but this time she refuses to be quiet. However, Future, who typically stays silent when it comes to online drama, had a few things to get off his chest and now deleted tweets. I live a private life. Anything else is clickbait. Album about to be fired. Trust me. The Lulu and Messy. Level up every chance you get.
Miami Police, how can I help you?
Yes, I need an officer to pull up to submit a report against harassment, please.
What's the address? Okay, so, and what's going on, ma'am?
So pretty much, I have an ex who is harassing me, and he literally is harassing me on social media. My lawyer told me to call the police to document it just because we're going to be in a lawsuit as well from all the situation.
So when did this happen?
It's been happening the past 3 days.
So what you're going to...
About to open a little bit of Pandora's box, but we're not going
So he got her page taken down.
to say too much of it, okay? Actually, I don't
At 280K.
fuck, let's get into it. So I'm at home, okay? I had to close my drawer, be a little dramatic, because this is where, I think this is what everybody's waiting on, and I'm gonna tell it. So anyways, I'm at home. I was not at work. I think it was a Friday. I get a message from the DJ. He's like, somebody up here looking for you. I'm like, who? He sent me a picture and it's Future. And so I'm like, what? I was like, oh, tell him I'll be at work tomorrow. I'm like, wait, what? Like, ain't no way. Like, what? So I have been making money. I have been popping it. But it was like I was new to the city. I was brand new to the city, okay? So I'm like, okay, I go to work the next day. Who comes in there? He comes in there. But he didn't just come in there on some like chill, like, oh, talk to my security. No. About to open a little bit of Pandora's. This is when I found out that he was not my man. He was everybody's man. He'd invited me to a Christmas party, okay? He invited me and Prince. Prince called him Uncle Pluto, whatever. It was great. But
the fact that Future has been making music since like 2007, I want to say 2007, 2008 is when Future really started in the scene, as far as I can remember. I'm probably wrong about that, but that's like almost 20 years that Future has been in the business at this point, almost. So I'm very confused on why she would ever think that he was her man or that he would treat her well. And this is how y'all hoes do it for the plot. Y'all hoes do it for the plot. Like, hoes do it for the plot at the end of the day. You want the messy shit so you could come to us with the bullshit and get clout off of it. But at the end of the day, I don't be mad at women that do this, because essentially the men are just going to use you for your coochie. These men are out there knowing who they are to these women, knowing that the women are going to have, a response, a positive response to them because of who they are. You're a rapper, you're famous, you're a tall black man who used to be with Sierra. Yeah, that's basically all you need for most black women to be frothing at the mouth for opportunity to put your balls down their throat, just so that they can say they fuck Future and possibly get a few stacks off of it, right? So to me, the girls that are smart, they have a good time, they play the game, they get what they can get out of it, they move on. You don't ever think this is your man. You don't ever have sex with him without protection. You don't ever try to trap him. Because the way Eliza Rain is out here looking fucking goofy with them ass cheeks all disgruntled, discombobulated, and out of whack, girl. The way she over there letting us know her whole life is for clout and not for real. Yeah, girl, you don't get pregnant by Future. It's not cute. It's not cute. It's just stressful. Them niggas decide they gonna make your life bad when you decide to have children for them and they don't want no child with you. So I would never be nowhere having unprotected sex. First of all, I would never fuck with no nigga like Future. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I hate to sound like fucked up, but I wasn't, my life wasn't hard enough for that. Like, or maybe it was, child. Because there's just some things I'm not willing to do for money, and deal with a fucked up ass nigga is one of them. I make my own money before I'll live very comfortably in a pillbox apartment with everything in it from Walmart before I be dealing with some disrespectful fuck nigga that's gonna have me on highs and lows and high cortisol levels and stress the fuck at and fuck the fuck at. Yeah, no, you ain't finna stress me out. It's never that serious. Okay, so girls like her, they already starting off stupid. Like, you already starting off stupid if you thought it was anything serious.
But when I went to the Christmas party, he was with Dez. And if you ever see this girl, you can corroborate my story, but you don't have to. Anyways, I'm in the Christmas party or whatever, and he comes in, and him and Dez are wearing these matching blue jackets. What the fuck are we doing? Because when I had asked about it, he was just like, it ain't nothing like that at first. Okay. It was put off to me as if it was just like an industry type of situation. So for me, I was just like, okay, whatever, let me play my role. Like, okay, cool. So this is when I found out that he was not my man. Birthday comes up, gives my first AP. Okay, cool. He then ends up finding out that I'm dealing with somebody else. Okay, cool. And then he drops that little bit, watch it cost nothing. Because he pretty much was trying to shit on me and be like, yeah, bitch, I gave you a watch, but that don't mean shit. And so I was like, you making songs about me? Imagine me, a dancer in Atlanta, going to work. Everybody's blasting his new album, whatever. And they play that little bit, watch it cost nothing. And I'm wearing this AP on my watch, like, on my wrist, like, you want to play, bitch? Let's motherfucking play. I went on a rampage, okay? I went on a rampage. I was outside. So outside. Outside was me. I was outside, okay? I'm Gorgeous Doll outside. Outside Gorgeous Doll, that's a cold bitch, okay? She do not play. She gets down, okay? So birthday comes up, gives my first AP. Okay, cool.
Like, was you fucking with mad other niggas? Was you fucking with niggas that had more money than him? Like, in what way did you think you using your coochie as a dish rag out in the streets was gonna make him feel away? That's something I also never understand. The stupid ass girl on Love and Hip Hop Miami, Flo. Those of y'all that think using y'all coochies to get back at these niggas works. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. It doesn't. You always look dumber than whatever you thought you was gonna make the nigga feel. You always look dumber. Just saying.
Cool. He then ends up finding out that I'm dealing with somebody else. Okay, cool. And then he drops that little bit, watch it cost nothing. Because he pretty much was trying to shit on me and be like, yeah, bitch, I gave you a watch, but that don't mean shit. And so I was like, you making songs?
So that was basically all that was in that clip. Hold on, let me see if I had any other clips from that situation. But at the end of the day, it was just like, girl, what did you think? Like, what did you expect? Like, I'm mad that you had any real expectations of that stupid ass nigga. Like, niggas ain't treating nobody well. Even the women that they claim that they like, they still not treating those women well. This shit. So King Von's sister Kayla B claims he only dated Asian doll for clout. Asian challenges Kayla to a fight in response. I won't be pregnant forever. Her mentality is in the garbage. I just want to say that. Like, I know they got beef, but Asian doll's mentality is in the trash can. And you know, that's that's her business. But every time you turn around, like, she threatening to unalive somebody or fight somebody. And I just think that for you to have children, you are reckless. And I feel like you show no real care for yourself when you move like that, when you talk like that. I think it shows that you really, you're reckless and you don't really care about yourself or nobody else around you in order for you to be talking like that. But everybody was arguing a sister down. I don't really care what she got to say. But everybody was arguing the sister down. And I'm like, based on what I heard, they did a whole documentary that basically let us know that King Von was a reckless deviant that was accused of murdering several people. If I'm not, confused. And I just want to say something to the people that think that those men are only like that to other men and they're not going to be like that to the women that they're with. You're dumb. I'm just saying, like, y'all, if these niggas is bullies out in the street, they're gonna be bullies to you. I don't know what world y'all are living in, but it was the same thing. And I'm gonna go back to it every time. When Carisha was on that fucking podcast, on that radio show, talking about she like bully niggas like 50 Cent. She like her a bully nigga. And in my mind, I'm like, a nigga that's a bully is always gonna bully you too. They gonna dog you out too, bitch. Like, why do you think they only be fucked up to other people and they not gonna fucked up to you, when the truth of the matter is most niggas that's fucked up are way more fucked up to the people that's close to them than they are to the people out in the world. So King Von seemed like a fucked up individual. I definitely believe what his sister said. And there was a video, and I had a conversation with some of y'all, and some of y'all swore up and down that y'all like when y'all men do this to y'all. This right here. I want you to know right now that it is a fine line between love and hate. And a man that gotta have his hand around your neck like that, you think that shit sexy and all of that. That nigga in his mind, he's like, I don't know whether I want to fuck you or kill you. I don't know whether I want to fuck you or kill you. And I might kill you then fuck you, or I might fuck you then kill you. But crazy niggas are crazy niggas. The people in the comments, unless Von was a hell of an actor, he loved that girl. Look how he looked at her. Shawnee, sweetheart, you're slow. You're slow. Like, I be so confused by some of y'all. Don't most of y'all be with niggas that switch up on y'all? Like, I'm just saying, like, most women who have been with a fucked up ass nigga, hasn't he looked at you lovingly, maybe spent some money on you? It's called love bombing, bitch. It's called love bombing. It's love bombing, bitch. A nigga could absolutely be looking at you like he won't eat you alive, and you think that's love. But a nigga that's probably a serial killer does not know what love is. He don't know what love is. Look, and in the mist, he fell in love with her. Girl, I hope you laughing because you know that's not real. I hope you laughing because you know that's not real. Meanwhile, he booked her for a whole show so he could see her and wrote her a song. Kayla was in love with her brother. I don't care. I don't care. She probably was, because it's a lot of like weird ass incestuous relationships, but that does not mean that he loved this girl just because he did shit for her. Men do shit for women all the time to use them, to convince the woman to be comfortable, to convince the woman that he's somebody that's going to take care of them. And then as soon as the woman let her guard down, he find a way to fuck her. And not in a good way. Not in a good way. But it's a lot of those toxic ass sisters that fight for their brothers and all of that, like they wish their brother was their man. But to me, if a person is a psychopath in the streets, the nigga's a psychopath. He doesn't love anybody. He doesn't love anybody. And to me, I don't think Asian doll could ever be in a healthy relationship with anybody. The way that lady acts, I don't know her in real life, y'all, but the shit she say, the way she act, the way she always online arguing with somebody. I'm like, bitch, if you was really in love with somebody, you wouldn't be online angry every time I see you. That bitch be somewhere mad every time I see her. Child, when I saw her with Megan, I was like, yeah, Megan, here you go again, picking bad friends. Here you go again. Being around people that might end up getting you fucked up. When you gonna learn, Megan? When you gonna learn, Meg? But yeah, no, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't care nothing about, oh, he looked at her. Oh, he did this for her. Please believe if a nigga is a psychopath out in these streets, he don't love you. Understand that movies, stupid ass books, and music made you believe that a man could be a fucked up individual and still love you. Like a lot of y'all, we grew up with this mentality that a man could be a murderer or, just a straight up ain't shit person to other people out in the world, but he gonna love us. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay? If the niggas ain't shit in real life, if they don't have no principles, no integrity, and they move in the streets like a nigga with no integrity, please believe they're gonna move like that with you at some point. Please believe me. It might save your life one day. Stop thinking that these niggas is rough and tumble only for the streets. No, bitch, they rough and tumble, period. And nobody makes a nigga madder than a bitch. Please understand that. So let's move on. Speaking of how niggas do their wives and shit, y'all, let's listen to the TikTok.
Jurnee Smollett is shaking.
Girl, Smollett. Her name is Smollett. I'll take Smollett, but it's Smollett.
Actress
She said Similac.
Jurnee Smollett, who is known for Lovecraft Country, Eve's Bayou, Barney, all types of Cosby Show, just movies and shows throughout my entire lifetime, is now in a court battle with her ex-husband. She already gave him $1 million and $7,000 a month in child support. Now he wants more money. There's a lot to the story. Let's talk about it. This is Jurnee Smollett's ex-husband. His name
is Smollett. She keeps saying Smollett. I'm gonna leave her alone.
Is Josiah Bell. They were married for 10 years from like 2010 to 2020. And he's a loser, okay? I tried to look it up when you did the Googles and the Wikipedias. It said that he was a musician. I'm like, okay, maybe he's underground and maybe he's like, like a PJ Morton. You got Grammys, everybody knows you, but they don't know you. Or maybe like a James Fauntleroy. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's given the soul version of a SoundCloud rapper. This is terrible. This man has on fake denim tier socks. He looks like a SoundCloud artist, and it's not giving me Juice WRLD. It looks bad. It looks bad. I don't even know how you met Jurnee Smollett, but this yellow-skinned man has not only got $1 million out of one of my favorite actresses, he's getting $7,000 a month, and that's not enough. Do you know this man?
I just want to remind y'all how y'all do when them niggas gotta pay $1,000. Every time I hear about a woman that's paying like alimony or child support to a man, it's always some exorbitant amount of money that you never heard her complain about. Like Halle Berry, you've heard Mary J. Blige complain about it, but bitch, that didn't change the fact that it happened, okay? But either way, I see so many times that women with money, they pay and you don't hear nothing about it. Bitch ass niggas like Tyrese, we gotta hear about it every goddamn day. Bitch ass niggas like Umar, we gotta hear about it today. Y'all hate of child support and all of that. But anyway, let me read. So Jurnee Smollett's ex, Josiah Bell, is now coming for her 401k and SAG pension, which she's had since she was 3 years old. According to court documents obtained by the Neighborhood Talk, despite Jurnee paying him nearly $1 million since their divorce was finalized in 2021, that's not a lot of money, Bell is demanding half of her retirement savings. The docs state that their 401k and pension are considered community property, meaning he's entitled to 50% of what was earned from 2010 to 2019. Okay. Since their 2019 separation, Bell has been collecting $7,000 a month in child support and alimony. Now the court has ordered her plan administrator to transfer half of her account balance to him. The audacity. Should he get it or he doing too much? No, I think he should get it. I think he should get it. The what they're talking about is a portion of her pension and 401k from 2010 to 2019, which is the years that they were married. So that should not cover the money that was in there before. So it's the money that was earned during that time. So I'm sure that's not the bulk of her money, seeing as though, you know, she's had this account since she was 3. So yeah, I think, yeah, go ahead and give him half of what you made in those 9 years. And, you know, go ahead and, you know, let him ride out into the sunset with it. And the reason why I say that is because if the shoe was on the other foot, I would feel the same way. If you was with somebody for a decade, y'all had kids, you the primary parent because the other parent works a lot, then yeah, pay them the alimony and the child support because they're probably primary parent for the child, seeing as though your career has you moving around a lot. So yeah, I could understand that. And then he was with you. If he wasn't working and he was just being a parent while you were acting, then he wasn't working. So yeah, I definitely feel like you should probably give him the half of that 9-year portion of her 401k and her Yeah. Yeah. I agree. That sounds fair to me. It's not the whole of it. It'd be different if he was asking for half of the entirety of her account. No. He's not asking for half of the entirety. He's asking for the amount during the time that they were together. No. That's not what they're saying, y'all. They said he's entitled to 50% of what was earned from 2010 to 2019. That's the time period that they was married. So yeah, I don't see a problem with that. And she should have gotten a prenup. She was already rich. She was already famous. She should have gotten a prenup if she didn't. But I don't feel like that's not fair. I don't. I'm sorry. I know y'all feel like, you know, he shouldn't get it because he's a man and she's a woman. But if the roles are being played in a certain manner, meaning that if he is the primary parent because her career takes her away a lot, then he should be getting alimony and child support. If he wasn't working in order to support her while she was working, you know what I'm saying? If she was making more money than him and he's become accustomed to a certain lifestyle, I do think he's entitled to half of what was earned during the time of their marriage if it was not otherwise stipulated. I do. I'm sorry. Like I'm sorry, y'all. I have to think about it. Yeah, I figured he was the primary parent. Yeah, that's what I figured because she's the actress and because we don't know him, I'm assuming he don't really do nothing. Okay. So yeah, if he's trying to get what she had before they were married, no, I don't feel like he should be able to get that. But this article is saying that he wants half of what was earned during the time that they were married. I also feel like everybody was like, $1 million. $1 million is not a lot of money. Especially it depends on how much money she's worth. Let's see if it's online. It probably is not it's not accurate, but we'll see. Let's see. Jurnee Smollett. Oh wait, no. Yeah, no. She's only worth 2 million. So 1 million is a lot for her because she only has 2 million. So she's basically paid out half of what she's worth already. Yeah, nah, that should be enough. You got you get half of what she already had. You can get half of what she made during the time that y'all was married, and she's paying you, I feel like a equitable amount for taking care of the child in her absence. So yeah. Girl, I don't know why you don't believe she didn't have a prenup. You know, a lot of women, when they make the most money, they're trying to prove that, you know, oh, I'm not holding my money over my man's head, because people make the women, when they make more money, people make the women feel bad. Y'all remember how y'all did to Kandi, right? Remember when Kandi was getting married to Todd and everybody was like, she a sugar mama and all of that? Child, Kandi said, we not getting married unless you sign that damn prenup. It's just going to be a party if you don't sign that prenup. And that nigga eventually got on a good foot and signed it. And I'm glad that, you know, we haven't seen any real issues in their marriage, because that was a red flag to me. Why do you have a problem with signing a fucking prenup? Okay? Why? Okay? Make it make sense. Yes, but most women are pick-me's. The broke women are pick-me's as well. So, you know, Like, let's not just point out the rich women for it, okay? But yeah, no, I definitely, and I don't know how long they've been since 2010. Okay. Yeah, nah, she definitely should have had a prenup. And she probably did have one. She probably had a prenup and he's still trying to get more after the fact. Oprah tried to lead by example. Absolutely. Do not get married. Just enjoy your little relationship and don't live together so that they can't get community property off your fucking money. Let him have his money and you have your money. But a lot of the times, it does not happen like that. No, we did not talk about Yandy and DC's because they were not on my docket. They were not on my docket today. You know, I gotta save that for my love and hip hop review, girl. But you already know what I'm thinking. You already know what I'm thinking because I've been saying the same shit about Yandy and Mendices for years. Like, Mendices is obviously like using Yandy. Yandy is insecure on some deep, profound level that it doesn't matter how successful or beautiful she is. She's still going to allow that man to play her like a soybean burger, begging for him to want to be married to her. You didn't held him down. You didn't had children for him, and you still begging him to be a good husband to you. When I tell you, I would have sent that nigga on his way. Like, I think at some point women don't realize you have got to treat these niggas like they can leave if they want to. And I would have let Mendices leave. I wouldn't have been buying no ring. I wouldn't have been trying to get him back in the household. None of that shit. If you want to leave, if you want to break up, please, by all means, get your shit and get the fuck out my house. You weren't here for years when you were in jail. So if you don't want to be here now, go on and get the fuck away from me. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not about to beg your pussy ass to stay after I done did everything I've done in order to support you. And you get out of jail and you ain't doing shit with your life for real. But I got all these aspirations of what I want to do, but I'm holding myself back because of your ego. Yeah, nah, we ain't doing that. I think women that do that are lame. Yandy's lame. So that's not a surprise. But yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I know that y'all want me to be mad at Jurnee's ex-husband, but unless he's asking for before 2010, yeah, I don't have a problem with him getting half of her pension and all of that. Because if it was a woman, then I would want the woman to be taken care of as well. I think it's about what you give up for the relationship. If I'm not working and taking care of you and the kid so you can go and do your job, which, yes, pays more money, still I'm giving up more of my time and my energy. This is years that I'm not working. So I've lost time where I could have been in the workforce. Most of the time I think these niggas are lazy and they just trying to get a comeuppance off of a woman. Absolutely. And with the women, I feel like, to be honest, women haven't had the same advantages. A man can go out there and get a job at any time. Women don't have those same powers. Like, you know, this is where being a feminist comes into play, because what you recognize is that women can't just go back to work after they didn't spent 10, 15, 20 years being a housemate, you know, a house mom or a housewife. They have no working skills. And if a man leaves them and decides he's no longer going to provide, they've spent their working years being a house mom working for this man. And what's she gonna do? Go be a fucking maid after being a wife of a rich man? No, nobody's gonna do that. So ultimately, if it was a wife in that situation, I would want her to be taken care of because you asked for her to be home and help you and take care of the kid and all of that shit. So yeah, you gotta secure her even after the marriage is over because she forfeited time that she could have been working. So yeah, I feel the same way. I feel the same way when it comes to a man. You shouldn't get buku much more because at the end of the day, she had the fucking child. She the one that almost died to bring the child into the world. So if we were doing this shit the right way, no, I would not think that that was okay. Women are the ones that actually go through life or death to bring children into the world. And you think you supposed to be getting paid for my life or death contribution to the world, nigga? I think the fuck not. But like I said, I have to be fair. And to me, He was married to her. He was there for a considerable amount of time. He probably wasn't making as much money as her, and that probably made her life easier, that he was somebody that could be there with her, with their kid while she worked. So yeah, I think it's fair. So, okay, so their son was 2 when they filed for divorce. So from 2010 to 2017, he could have been working, no kid. That's true. That's very true. He could have been working. And what if he was working, but he just wasn't making a lot of money and still kind of being, around for her? Like, it just depends on what their relationship was like. But I feel you. Y'all know in real life, I think this nigga shouldn't be asking this woman for no fucking money. But I still have to be fair. That's all. I'm just trying to be fair. My aunt was 40, never had a job. She tried to look for a job, but no one would hire her, not even at McDonald's. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so much harder for women to go back into the workforce after they've aged, because there's age discrimination at, to me, a larger number when it comes to women. Like, you really don't age discriminate against men like that, but they do it to women. I think it's way harder for women to get jobs after they've been a housewife for 20, 30 years and shit. I think you have to make concessions for what the reality of life is. And that's because most of us are not feminist. Women are not paid or seen as equal when it comes to money and how much women provide in the community. So they have to be given money in order to, I feel like, make it equal, because women often give more time and more effort in our communities. Men should be paying. Like, that's how that's how that usually go. But in this situation, get a nigga half and send him on his fucking way. He shouldn't be getting nothing else though. So we'll see how it all plays out. Equality of the sexes is what feminism wanted. Be happy and celebrate this. No, Jacob, calm down. No, Jacob, calm down. Okay? Because the truth of the matter is, if it were really fair, his ass would not like, he wouldn't be getting all that. If it would, I'm just saying, y'all, I don't feel like this is what feminism is about. Like, stop it. Because to me, most of the time, it's niggas getting over. And niggas have always been getting over. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. To me, in real life, this is a nigga getting over on having to work and take care of himself like most men are supposed to. It's him getting over on a woman. And to me, men's lot in life a lot of the time is getting over on a woman. So no, I don't see a situation like this as feminism. What I find feminism is her being able to make the bulk of the money. And him being a house husband, absolutely. But I won't say that that's what we were fighting for. No, women were not fighting so that we can take care of men. That's not what feminism is about, so that we can take care of y'all. No, it's so that we can take care of ourselves, so you can't force us to be wives against our will because we can't take care of ourselves. There's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference, okay? The women wanted to be able to take care of themselves so that they could not be coerced or forced to stay in marriages that were not serving them. Not so that they can take care of lazy ass niggas that don't want to take care of themselves because they found a woman that can do it better for them, okay? That's not what we fought for. That's not what the women fought for. And in all honesty, we fought and we still don't have the rights to our own body. So as long as a woman can't dictate what happens to her own body in this country and whatever state she's in, like in my state, I can't dictate what happens to my body in the state that I live in. So at the end of the day, it's still not equal. No matter which rich women, what less than 1% of rich women are paying some nigga to be a stay-at-home dad. That's not what we was looking for. No. Yeah, I read the definition of feminism earlier because I felt like people don't know what the definition of feminism is. Yes, exactly. Men are our apex predators, not vice versa. We need an out of marriages where we have enough to be safe. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like there's a difference. I feel like there's a real difference between, what's going on out here. We fought and they took us 20 steps back. Child, it is exhausting. In Georgia, it's limited. Well, if it's limited, then you really, you really don't have the rights if it's limited. These niggas have no training wheels on their dicks. These niggas have no training wheels on their dicks, y'all. Apex predators. Oh Lord. I'm sorry, Jacob. Maybe this isn't the chat for you, sweetheart. Because yes, y'all are the predators. What do you mean, sweetheart? There are more men predatory on women than women are predatory on men. Like, yeah, honey. Yeah, like that's just a fact. Not all. You know what I'm saying? I know some niggas that's not really predatory like that, but most of them are. Even the good ones are predators in a way of trying to find a way to get the most out of a woman with doing the least. Like, to me, that's the main thing I see. You want so much from a woman and you're only willing to give a small percentage of what you're asking the woman for. That's what I've noticed. And that's why I feel like a lot of this shit is unequal, no matter what y'all niggas be talking about. But an apex predator, also known as a top predator or super predator, is a predator at the top of the food chain without natural predators of its own. Apex predators are usually defined in terms of trophic dynamics, meaning that they occupy the highest trophic levels. Yeah, that be y'all. That's definitely y'all. Okay. I feel like if there were a whole bunch of women somewhere, a man can walk past a whole bunch of women and those women will not rape him. That's not the same thing. Okay. That's not the same thing. But anyway, y'all, just reading some of these comments, some of these super chats before I get out of here. Oh, thank you, Makai. Bondi, you got me through my deployment. I just got home. Thanks for being you. You got me through that in undergrad. Sending love right back to you, my love. Thank you. T. Ronnie, thank you for the super chat. Happy anniversary, Bondi. Are you discussing Caleb Williams, the Southern University band student who was unalive while pledging? Thank you for the super chat. And no, I was not planning on talking about that. But I'll have to do some research and come back to y'all. I saw it. I believe he went to the same high school as me. I think he went to Warren Easton. I think. Hey, Cynthia, thank you for the super chat. Did you get the video from years ago where he admitted to abandoning his daughter and said that she would get on social media and expose him one day? Girl, no, but I'm going to have to look it up and bring it back up here to talk to y'all about tomorrow. Thank you, DeQuasia. Thank you, Christian. I may be late. I may be poor. I might even be ugly, but I'm here. Dear God. Brown, Oscar, and Viv, thank you for being a member. I've never seen so much of Neo in my life, and I don't like it. You and I can agree. Thank you. Okay. Hold up. My cousin married a man of means, trust fund, and all the work. So when they got married, her prenup required him to pay, set up an income and 401k if they had kids. They had 3 boys, and with the nest egg, yeah, like, you know. I think that's what's fair, y'all. I'm sorry. But anyway, I was off camera the whole time, bitch. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I want y'all to see me. I'll be back tomorrow, but I appreciate you guys. I hope y'all have a good evening, a great weekend. And, I hope y'all come back next time. All right, love. Peace out.